Life isn't always about the noise or the chase for fleeting moments of glory. True strength is forged in silence, in moments of restraint, and in the quiet decisions we make when no one is watching. It's not about being the loudest in the room or seeking validation from others, but about the quiet mastery of oneself. The greatest warriors are often those who understand the subtle power of self-control. This is the realm of the Sigma female, where discipline becomes her shield and self-mastery her sword. The Sigma female understands that true strength isn't built in a moment of crisis or when the world is watching. It is forged in the quiet, daily acts of discipline that often go unnoticed. This process of self-mastery begins not with grand gestures, but with the simple, consistent choices she makes to improve herself. It's like a blacksmith working tirelessly in a forge, each stroke of the hammer shaping the metal with intention, each decision molding her character with purpose. Discipline for a Sigma female isn't about restriction. It's about a focused commitment to her own values and goals. While the world may prioritize instant gratification, she understands the power of delay. She chooses long-term rewards over momentary pleasure, cultivating the inner strength to resist distractions. It's a skill she hones in every small action, from waking up early to working through challenges when others would give up. In this quiet discipline, she builds resilience, learning that true strength lies in the ability to persevere despite discomfort or lack of external recognition. This inner fortitude often manifests in her work. The Sigma female doesn't wait for external validation or praise. She performs her tasks with excellence, regardless of whether anyone notices. Take, for example, the quiet diligence of an artist refining her craft in isolation, or an entrepreneur refining her business strategies in solitude. Both are building something of lasting value, not for the approval of others, but for the satisfaction of knowing they are fulfilling their own potential. The Sigma female knows that this disciplined pursuit is not an overnight success story. It's the slow, steady grind, layer upon layer, until her inner strength becomes unshakable. It is in the quiet moments of discipline that the Sigma female shapes herself into the powerful force she is destined to become. For the Sigma female, self-control is not merely a personal virtue, it is a strategic weapon. In a world full of distractions, chaos, and temptations, she recognizes that the power to control her impulses is what sets her apart from the crowd. While many people react to the external stimuli around them, the Sigma female remains calm, composed, and focused on her objectives. This ability to direct her thoughts and actions with precision makes her a formidable force. Self-control becomes her armor, allowing her to make deliberate decisions that serve her long-term goals. It's not about suppressing desires or denying herself pleasure. It's about choosing to act in ways that align with her values and vision. For example, when a tempting opportunity arises, be it a quick, easy reward or a moment of indulgence, she can see beyond the immediate pleasure and assess the consequences. The Sigma female recognizes that the ability to pause, reflect, and choose wisely in these moments of temptation is what gives her a distinct advantage over others who act impulsively. This mindset is not just about resisting temptation, it's about actively controlling her mental and emotional state. Take the example of a professional in a high-stakes environment, whether in business, sports, or academia. The Sigma female stays composed under pressure, using her self-control to stay focused on the task at hand rather than getting caught up in distractions or stress. She can think strategically, making decisions based on logic and long-term outcomes rather than reacting emotionally. In every aspect of life, self-control serves as a force multiplier. The Sigma female understands that by exercising control over her thoughts, emotions, and actions, she is able to shape her reality and steer her life toward the success she envisions. This mastery of self-control is what allows her to rise above the noise and stand firm in her pursuit of greatness. One of the defining qualities of the Sigma female is her profound ability to embrace delayed gratification, a skill that is not only empowering but also central to her success. In a world increasingly dominated by instant access to gratification, whether through technology, entertainment, or social media, the Sigma female stands apart by prioritizing long-term goals over short-lived pleasures. This ability to resist the urge for immediate rewards and instead invest in future outcomes is what sets her on a path of steady and sustainable success. The Sigma female understands that life isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. Her decisions are driven by the awareness that enduring fulfillment comes from the accumulation of small, consistent actions over time. For instance, when faced with the option of spending a free evening indulging in short-term distractions, such as binge-watching television or scrolling through social media, she chooses instead to dedicate that time to personal development, whether through reading, learning a new skill, or working on her long-term projects. While others may seek instant gratification, she knows that the true rewards of life, success, peace of mind, and mastery, require patience and effort over time. This commitment to delayed gratification can also be seen in her financial decisions. For example, while many may spend impulsively, the Sigma female understands the power of saving and investing for the future. She resists the temptation to overspend on material items and instead focuses on building long-term financial security. This delayed reward, in turn, provides her with the freedom to make choices that align with her personal values and vision. Ultimately, the Sigma female's ability to delay gratification strengthens her focus, determination, and resilience. She's willing to put in the hard work today for the promise of a more fulfilling tomorrow. By embracing delayed gratification, she shapes a future that reflects her deepest ambitions, a future where her efforts pay off in ways that are far more meaningful than any immediate pleasure could ever provide. Emotions are powerful forces. They can either propel us forward or derail us entirely, depending on how we choose to respond to them. The Sigma female, however, has mastered the art of emotional equilibrium. She does not deny or suppress her emotions, but rather harnesses them, transforming potential turbulence into focused energy. She recognizes that every emotion, be it anger, frustration, sadness, or joy, holds energy that can either be wasted or channeled productively. When confronted with challenges, the Sigma female doesn't let emotions take control of her actions. Instead of reacting impulsively or being overwhelmed by the intensity of a moment, she pauses, reflects, and then chooses a path of deliberate action. Consider a situation in the workplace where a colleague's criticism may sting or an unexpected setback may cause frustration. Rather than letting her emotions spiral into unproductive thoughts or conflict, the Sigma female channels that energy into determination. Her emotional equilibrium allows her to remain calm under pressure, using her feelings as fuel for more focused and precise decisions. This level of emotional intelligence is not something that happens overnight. It requires constant self-awareness and practice. The Sigma female regularly reflects on her emotional responses, asking herself why she feels a certain way and how she can transform those emotions into constructive energy. For instance, when dealing with feelings of anger, She might choose to use that anger to drive her toward greater productivity or to confront an issue directly rather than letting it fester. Her ability to manage emotions also strengthens her resilience. In the face of adversity, when most would falter under the weight of negative emotions, the Sigma female stands firm. She understands that emotional storms are temporary, and by maintaining her composure, she can navigate through even the most turbulent situations with clarity and control. This ability to maintain emotional equilibrium is one of the core reasons why she continues to excel in every aspect of life, because her energy is always directed toward growth, not distraction. The Sigma female is, at her core, a solitary scholar, constantly seeking to understand herself and cultivate the discipline necessary for self-regulation. She doesn't rely on others to teach her what she needs to know. Instead, she takes ownership of her own learning and growth. This self-directed education is not limited to academic knowledge, but extends into the mastery of her own mind, emotions, and behaviors. Every day she practices self-awareness, learning from her actions, reflections, and experiences so she can better govern herself in all aspects of her life. This commitment to self-education is an ongoing process, one that requires introspection and a willingness to confront both strengths and weaknesses. The Sigma female regularly assesses her behavior, thinking critically about her reactions, her choices, and her motivations. For example, if she finds herself feeling frustrated in a certain situation, she doesn't allow that frustration to dictate her actions. Instead, she takes a step back, reflecting on the root cause of her emotions and how she can handle similar situations with more grace and composure in the future. This process of self-regulation is what enables her to navigate life with such poise, even in challenging circumstances. Her approach to self-regulation is rooted in deep emotional intelligence. She's attuned to the signals her body and mind send, understanding when she's on the verge of burnout or when she needs to recalibrate her priorities. Instead of ignoring these signals, the Sigma female uses them as valuable data points to adjust her behavior and energy. Whether it's setting boundaries to preserve her peace, managing stress effectively, or controlling impulses that may distract her from her goals, she understands that self-regulation is key to achieving long-term success. By continuously educating herself on how to manage her thoughts, actions, and emotions, the Sigma female is not just surviving life, she is mastering it. This commitment to self-education in self-regulation makes her not only a highly effective individual, but also someone who is constantly evolving into a more powerful, self-sufficient version of herself. One of the most remarkable qualities of the Sigma female is her unwavering commitment to autonomy. Unlike those who are driven by external approval or societal expectations, the Sigma female is the architect of her own life. She designs her existence based on her internal metrics, her values, vision, and sense of purpose. She doesn't look to the outside world to define her success or dictate her decisions. Instead, she listens to the quiet voice within that guides her toward what truly matters. This internal compass is the foundation of her autonomy. She recognizes that true freedom comes not from the ability to do whatever one wants, but from the power to make decisions that align with her deepest desires and principles. In every aspect of her life, from career choices to personal relationships, the Sigma female is guided by a set of personal standards, not the fleeting opinions of others. She knows that by following her own path, she can create a life that is uniquely hers, one that reflects her true self. For example, consider a Sigma female who chooses a career path that doesn't necessarily fit into the conventional mold. While others may follow the standard trajectory of climbing the corporate ladder or adhering to societal definitions of success, she forges her own way, pursuing work that aligns with her passions and values. She measures success not by external markers like salary or status, but by how closely her work resonates with her purpose and sense of fulfillment. Her ability to design a life governed by internal metrics extends to her personal relationships as well. The Sigma female chooses her connections based on mutual respect, shared values, and personal growth, rather than societal pressures or superficial considerations. She surrounds herself with people who support her vision, not those who try to shape her into someone else. In doing so, the Sigma female creates a life that is both authentic and empowering. She lives on her own terms, guided by her internal metrics, and in doing so, she becomes a powerful force of self-determination. By continuously designing and refining her life with intention, the Sigma female shapes a future that is not only true to herself, but also deeply fulfilling. In embracing the principles of self-control, discipline, and intentional growth, the Sigma female becomes a living testament to the power of self-mastery. She understands that true strength isn't about external accolades or conforming to societal standards. It's about shaping herself from the inside out, deliberately crafting a life that aligns with her deepest values. By mastering her emotions, choosing long-term rewards over fleeting desires, and designing a life governed by her own standards, she steps into a realm of personal power that few ever experience. This journey of self-mastery is not an easy one. It requires patience, resilience, and the willingness to confront difficult truths about oneself. The Sigma female doesn't shy away from this process. She embraces it with unwavering commitment. She knows that every moment of discomfort, every challenge, and every act of self-discipline is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more aligned with her true potential. Through her journey, the Sigma female teaches us that self-awareness and self-regulation are not merely tools for personal success. They are the foundation of true freedom. By understanding ourselves and making decisions based on our internal values, we free ourselves from the tyranny of external expectations and pressures. We reclaim our time, energy, and focus, directing them toward what truly matters. So, as you reflect on the principles explored in this script, remember that the path of self-mastery is a lifelong journey. The Sigma female isn't born. She is made through intentional, disciplined choices, day in and day out. If you too wish to step into your full power, take a page from her playbook. Embrace the quiet forge of daily discipline, harness the weapon of self-control, and design a life that is uniquely yours. In doing so, you will uncover the unshakable strength that lies within you and begin the journey toward becoming the best version of yourself. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on self-mastery and personal growth. Your journey is just beginning.